Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video today, we're going to be breaking down what is currently my favorite weapon combination in all of Fortnite, the pump/heavy shotgun and the Deagle, or if you prefer to call it by its official name, the hand cannon. I'll probably switch between saying hand cannon and Deagle like a million times in this video, so definitely be prepared for that. For a while, the hand cannon was a weapon that really didn't serve much of a purpose in Fortnite. It basically fell in the same category as the rest of the pistols in the game, and when I say category, I mean only pick this weapon up if it's the absolute first weapon you find. But this all changed with update 6.20, which gave both the purple and gold Deagles an absolutely massive buff in three really important damage categories. First off, increased damage to structures. The purple Deagle was buffed from 79 structure damage to 150, and the gold Deagle went from 83 structure damage to 157. Next, increased minimum long-range body shot damage. The purple Deagle was buffed from 30 damage to 50, and the gold Deagle went from 31 damage to 52 damage. And finally, increased minimum long-range headshot damage. The purple Deagle was buffed from 60 headshot damage to 100 headshot damage, and the gold Deagle followed suit, going from 62 to 104 headshot damage. So these changes were just absolutely massive, and it basically turned a weapon that wasn't really viable into an absolute powerhouse that at the same time is actually incredibly fun to use. And the gameplay you're watching right now is a 26 kill squads game where I get Pump Deagle pretty much right off the bat, and then about halfway into the gameplay I switch to using Heavy Deagle. It's pretty much a perfect showcase of how dominant those combinations of weapons can truly be, so without further ado, let's get into why the pump/heavy and hand cannon is such a great combination and how to be successful with it. Alright, so I'm just going to basically list off the main reasons why Pump Deagle works so well and go into a bit of depth with each of them. First off, one of the biggest advantages of the shotgun Deagle combination is the structure breaking ability that the Deagle provides. As I just mentioned in the patch notes, that was one of the biggest buffs that the hand cannon received in update 6.20. The purple hand cannon now does 150 damage to structures, and the gold hand cannon is even better with 157 damage to structures. Now, another super important note about those numbers that a lot of you guys might not even know is that there's no structure damage drop off with either of the hand cannons in Fortnite. The gold hand cannon, for example, does 150 structure damage at point blank range and also 157 structure damage at super long range. Just as an example of how major that can be, it means that even if you're 100 plus meters away, you can basically prevent a player from being able to heal up in a 1x1 simply by shooting out his walls over and over again. But even though the hand cannon has no fall off for structure damage, that's really just a cherry on top. The best part about it in terms of building destruction is how deadly it is at destroying player built structures in the middle of fights. Let's break down the hand cannon versus wood, brick, and metal just to show how deadly it really is in these situations. Both hand cannons can one-shot any wooden wall, ramp, floor, or pyramid even if they get to the state of being fully built. Both hand cannons can one-shot any brick, wall, ramp, floor, or pyramid up to 3 seconds after they're initially placed, and finally both hand cannons can one-shot any metal wall, ramp, floor, or pyramid up to 2 seconds after initially being placed. You'll see that this is probably one of the most common ways that I use the hand cannon with my shotgun in close range fights. It's so great for destroying a wall and then immediately switching to your shotgun and landing a shot before the enemy really even knows what happened. It's also probably the best way in the game to do the break and replace wall method against a player turtling in a 1x1. And the funny thing is, just to compare this specific aspect of Pump Deagle to Double Pump, that was one of the biggest weaknesses of post-patch Double Pump. After the pump received that huge structure damage nerf as a way to nerf Double Pump as a whole, it really struggled against players that constantly built to protect themselves in close range fights. The next major positive of the shotgun hand cannon combination is that when you have a pump/heavy shotgun and a hand cannon, you have the potential for close, medium, and long range burst damage. Whenever I'm discussing a certain Fortnite weapon, I always try to emphasize that weapon's burst damage potential. And that's because burst damage is just so incredibly important in Fortnite. Nowadays, even an average player builds almost instantly to protect themselves from shots, therefore therefore, weapons that can deal a lot of damage before players are able to reaction build are just so incredibly huge. It's the biggest reason why, barring some kind of insane change, shotguns will always be the most meta close range weapon in Fortnite. What makes the Deagle so unique is that it's probably the only weapon in all of Fortnite that offers reliable medium and even long range burst damage. Now, obviously weapons like the bolt action sniper, hunting rifle, and heavy sniper also offer medium and especially long range burst damage. However, I wouldn't consider those weapons reliable options at all, especially if you play on console. It's simply way too hard to reliably hit snipes in Fortnite, no matter how good or accurate you are. So let's say in your inventory you have a gold pump shotgun and a gold hand cannon. In a close range fight, you're probably going to opt to use your gold pump, and with that you have the potential to deal up to 110 body damage and up to 220 headshot damage with a single shot. Now, let's say you're in a situation where you want medium or long range burst damage. You'll obviously opt for your Deagle there. At medium range, you have the potential to deal up to 54 body damage and 109 headshot damage with that Deagle, and at long range, it's almost the same with 52 body damage and 104 headshot damage. Plus, obviously, it's definitely better to use a shotgun in close range fights, but honestly, the Deagle really isn't all that far behind in terms of damage. At point blank range, it does 78 body damage and 156 headshot damage. And there are plenty of times I really do use this pump Deagle combination kinda like double pump. I'll shoot a shotgun shot, line up a Deagle shot, go back to the shotgun, and just literally keep repeating that over and over again. It definitely isn't as good close range as double pump was, but double pump also didn't allow you to hit for 104 headshot damage from 80 meters away. So as you can see, you're going to be hitting very respectable damage numbers with your hand cannon, even in super long range engagements. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are probably thinking at this point, well, yeah, those damage numbers are nice and all, but does this dude really expect me to be able to hit long range shots with a stupid pistol? And the answer is, yeah, I kinda do. And there's two reasons why I think you guys would probably be very surprised at how accurate you could be with the hand cannon. First off, first shot accuracy. First shot accuracy is such a major positive for single shot weapons like the Deagle because it basically gives you the ability to shoot all of your shots with the help of first shot accuracy. And obviously that's a great thing because it means if you pull the trigger while your crosshair is anywhere on your opponent's body, it's a guaranteed 100% hit. No dealing with Fortnite's frustrating bloom mechanics. And the second major factor that makes it easier than expected to hit Deagle shots is aim assist. Now, if you guys have been rocking with me for a while, you probably know my opinion on aim assist as a whole. I think it's an absolute necessity for anybody who plays with a controller, and any PC player that tries to claim that aim assist is some kind of an overpowered advantage is flat out stupid. However, I will say this in this one case. The Deagle may be the only weapon in all of Fortnite where it's legitimately easier to hit shots with a controller than it is with a mouse. And that is pretty much all due to aim assist. It's hard to really put into words exactly how aim assist makes it so much easier to hit shots with the Deagle, but if you go out and try it firsthand or even just watch the gameplay on screen, you'll kinda see it in action. So definitely try to pay attention for that specifically. So, what's the final verdict on Shotgun Deagle? I'm sure a question that a lot of you guys have at this point is something along the lines of, yeah, this sounds cool and all, but is Shotgun Deagle really better than Shotgun SMG, which is probably the most common close range weapon combination right now? And the truth is, for me personally, I really do think it is. At first, I was skeptical about the combination. I thought that without having an SMG to clean up weak enemies, it would simply be too inconsistent. But now that I've gotten really comfortable with Shotgun Deagle, I will almost always drop any SMG I have for a Deagle I see on the ground. But beware, having good aim is definitely a really important factor when using this combination. If you're a shotgun SMG player and you find yourself constantly missing shotgun shots and relying on your SMG to do most of the damage in close range fights, this combo may not be for you. But I would definitely still recommend giving it at least 1 or 2 tries, and a positive alternative that I actually used at first instead of substituting the Deagle for my SMG was substituting the Deagle for a healing spot. So my inventory would be AR, shotgun, SMG, healing, Deagle. That way you can take advantage of the hand cannon's medium/long range burst damage and building destruction potential, while still mainly using shotgun SMG for those close range fights. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watched the entire thing, be sure to leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Alright, simple question here for the comment. Since I probably switched between saying Deagle and hand cannon like 500 times in this video, I want to know, do you guys call this weapon on your screen right now a Deagle, or do you call it a hand cannon? Simple as that. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever the heck you want, and I will catch you guys next time.